Kristien, Morato, HLN, Belgium. Well, first of all, congratulations on the movie.
Thanks.
Can you quickly describe your character and what her relationship is with Nick, Owen Wilson's character?
I play Dana Sims, and she's an executive at Google, and she's quite powerful, and I'm Owen's love interest in the film, essentially. So he comes on the internship and sort of starts to relentlessly pursue her in his very charming, charismatic way. Right. She kind of is a pretty tough sell initially, but then they eventually kind of strike up a friendship.
But first, she's not really interested in him, right?
No.
Do you think she's not interested at all, or is she is a little bit interested, but she just doesn't want to show her feelings? Because she's a little bit guarded.
She's guarded. I think initially she's probably not interested at all. And then I think he wins her over because he's so disarming and she's unexpected. And he strikes a little bit of a raw nerve in a certain scene, and then she kind of opens up. So it's it's a sweet little courtship they have.
Well, like I mentioned before, she's a little bit guarded, but she loosens up a little bit. Why do you think she's like that?
I don't know. I feel like that's her temperament. I think she's been very driven, and she's been very focused on her work, and I think she's a little suspicious of people. So that's just, which is kind of the opposite to me. So it was an interesting thing to play. And she's a little bit humorless as well, which is also the opposite of me. I'm very quick to laugh and to make a joke and to laugh with people, and and Dana's not like that at all.
I think you and Owen had really great chemistry on set. Did that come fairly quick for you guys, or how did that all?
That was great. We just, I think we did have a nice chemistry. I mean, isn't it something that's intangible? You don't really know if you're going to have it or not, or if it'll translate on screen, or it's a little sort of ephemeral. I don't feel like you can't predict that stuff.
And what were your first impressions of, like, when you first visited Google?
Well, I just came here yesterday, because I didn't film here. Right. And it's so similar to the replica we did, in Atlanta. It looks like an incredible place to work, I must say. Yeah. It's very impressive, very impressive.
So you guys shot the movie in Georgia, in Atlanta, you said. How was it to see those sets coming together? Now, I know that you didn't visit Google before, but how was it to see that, it must have been an impressive set.
It was amazing and so authentic to this. It was great. It was like a huge kind of parallel universe of bright colours and stairwells and free food and slippery slides, and it was like Disneyland.
Yeah, it's awesome, right? Well, this movie is about what older people can learn from younger people and what younger people can learn from older people. What do you think Helen from Bridesmaids can learn from your character Dana, and what can Dana learn from Helen?
Okay, what could Helen learn from Dana? Helen could probably learn to get a job. I don't think she had a job. She was like a professional society girl whose husband was very wealthy, and she just hosted parties and things. So that probably affected her self-esteem a bit. So I'm sure she could learn to be motivated to get employment, perhaps. And Dana could probably learn some hair tips from Helen, or some makeup tips. I think probably more focused based on that. For physical, appearance-based tips, I'd say.
Googliness stands for take chances, think outside the box, and be open to inspiration. So as an actor, how have you discovered your googliness in your career?
Gosh, I think really big stepping stone for me was starting to do comedy. That was a big risk and scary, and being out of my box and all those sorts of cliches like the googliness. But it's true, it is uncomfortable, and it was new and it's hard. So that was a big turning point.
And it all worked out, right?
So, well, knock on wood, so far.
Well, they gave me the rep. It was very nice meeting you.
Yeah, nice to meet you.